The man who stopped the plague with a map. London cholera outbreak. Soho, 1854. Dr.John Snow, London, 1854. Something is killing people overnight. On August 31st, in a neighbourhood called Soho, 127 people died in 3 days. By September 10th, 500 were gone. The disease was cholera, and nobody knew how it spread. It didn't kill slowly. Violent cramps, uncontrollable vomiting, dehydration, so severe victims turned blue. A healthy person could be dead within 24 hours of feeling fine. The official explanation from every doctor in the world? Bad air, miasma theory. The belief that disease rose from the stench of sewage and rot. In filthy, overcrowded Victorian London, it seemed to make sense. One man thought it was completely wrong. His name was John Snow, a physician from Yorkshire, 41 years old, quietly famous for administering anaesthesia to Queen Victoria herself. When the outbreak hit, just streets from his home, Snow did something no other doctor considered. He went door to door. Through streets where bodies hadn't been collected yet, he knocked on doors, interviewed the sick and the surviving, recorded every case, where they lived, where they worked, where they got their water. Then he drew a map. Every death marked with a black bar, stacked like bodies in the street, and a pattern appeared that changed medicine forever. Every cluster of deaths pointed to the same place, a water pump, on Broad Street. Snow had a theory. Cholera wasn't in the air, it was in the water. Workers at a nearby brewery, who drank beer instead of pump water, had not lost a single man. A workhouse nearby with its own water supply was completely untouched. Then he found a widow. She lived miles away in Hampstead. No connection to Soho, yet she had died of cholera because her son sent her bottles of Broad Street water regularly. She had drunk the last delivery just before she fell ill. On September 7th, Snow walked into a meeting of the local authorities, laid the map on the table, asked for one thing: remove the handle from the Broad Street pump. They were sceptical, but the map was hard to argue with. The handle came off the next day. Within days, the outbreak was over. Snow spent years publishing his findings. The medical establishment ignored him. He died in 1858, aged 45, never fully believed in his own lifetime. But he had done something no one understood yet. He hadn't just stopped one outbreak. He had invented epidemiology, the science behind every disease map, every contact trace, every pandemic response in history since. Today, on the corner of Broadwick Street in London, there is a replica of the pump that started it all, with no handle.